Well, hey there. So today I wanted to talk about why I think the notion of move more, eat less is kind of a lot of BS. Now, I feel like this is one of those sort of pat answers that a lot of doctors give to their clients when their clients are looking for answers, looking for solutions, looking for direction on how to improve their health. Doctors simply say, you know what, eat less, move more. But A, what does that even mean? And B, it's not taking into consideration all these other variables that might be adding to the situation. So hi, in case you don't know me, I'm Sherry. I'm a holistic health coach and I work with midlife women and really help you optimize your health so that you can age gracefully and powerfully. So let's talk a little bit about this idea of moving more and eating less and why I think it's kind of BS. So let's focus right now on the idea of eating less. So first of all, just that idea of it, the problem with eating less for some of us, even though our metabolism may have slowed down as we're aging and there's different hormonal changes that are happening that actually are affecting our metabolism. But the problem is that when we are eating less, the body can actually perceive this as a stress. And so what happens? So the body's under stress, so it just naturally wants to release more cortisol in response to that stress. Cortisol, part of its job to help us survive is to create an energy source that can quickly be converted for the body. So it just naturally makes us crave sugary foods and kind of those refined comfort foods, those like more highly processed carb foods. And since our cortisol levels are now elevated, a lot of those extra calories are going to be stored as belly fat. So that is one issue we're dealing with. The other thing when we're thinking about like eating less is also, let's address maybe the elephant in the room. Like, why aren't you actually being able to lose this weight? And there's so many variables that can affect this. It can be a hormonal imbalance. For a lot of women in midlife, we start to see an increased level of insulin resistance. And this is going to trigger more fat storage because insulin is the fat storing hormone. It could be a matter of what foods are you eating? Are you eating nutrient-rich foods, or are you eating more processed foods, or foods you might think are healthy but might have like a lot of hidden sugars in them? The other thing too is you have to look at your state of mind, which affects the state of your body. And if you are not eating in a mindful way, if you're eating in a very sort of harried, stressed manner, your body is actually incapable of absorbing all the nutrients it needs to from the food that you're consuming. When the body's not getting enough nutrients, it's going to crave more food because it's craving more nutrients. And then the other thing too is like, let's take a look at the health of your microbiome. Your microbiome, when it's in a healthier, happier state, actually will increase your metabolism rate. If your microbiome is just been neglected and you've got more of the bad bacteria and microbes in there than the good ones, your metabolism is going to slow down remarkably. So that's my rant on eating less. Now, what about moving more? I am a big proponent. I think I think we always need to move. I think it's kind of that idea that when we stop moving, we actually can, open up the doors and invite in disease. But it's the idea of the right kind of movement. And again, it's that idea that if you're under a lot of stress, probably going out for a long run or doing like a HIIT program is not what your body needs to relax. All of those things are just going to increase your stress level and increase your cortisol release. You might need to add some resistance training. You might need to go for a run, but you also might need to balance it off with something that's a little more gentle and easing on your body that's going to lower that stress, lower the cortisol levels. So, I'm thinking things like yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, which actually there's been a study done in Japan, and they actually have discovered that Tai Chi and Qigong have a positive effect on reducing belly fat. So you don't always have to have it in your head that you have to be that weekend warrior who is killing it and killing yourself. So that's why I think this whole idea of, eating less, moving more is kind of BS, because I think there's more layers to it than just that. So that's what I have for you this week, my love. Hey, if you have not joined my Facebook group yet, oh my goodness, you have got to hop online and come on over and hit the join button, because it is just really educational, really fun, and I'm always adding new ideas and new content, and I just actually this morning started to think of some new things that we can be doing. So head over to Facebook group. The name of the group is Women Who Want to Holistically Balance Their Hormones, Get Healthy, and Lose Belly Fat. And it's also, I believe you can search for it under my company name, which is Happy Vibes Health. All right then, see you next time. Peace and love.